and welcome back to my channel and to another week of What's for Dinner videos. So if you're new here, then welcome. My name is Vicky and I do a lot of food content on my channel, everything from shopping hauls to recipe videos and these kind of videos, which is what we eat as a family of 5 over the course of a week. So that leads nicely into the first section of this video, which is kindly sponsored by Green Chef. As I said, I do loads and loads of food content on this channel. So when I was asked to try Green Chef's healthy eating delivery recipe box, then I jumped at the chance. You may know, if you do follow me regularly, that we have been eating a lot healthier recently. We've been working out a lot and we are focusing a lot on our nutrition at the moment. So this couldn't have come at a better time for me and my family. So Green Chef has 5 dietary choices. So whether you are following a keto diet, you want to eat a little bit more low carb, if you are vegetarian or fancy trying out some vegan recipes, then there is something for everyone. You can also mix and match the plans. So if you fancy a little bit of low carb, maybe a couple of vegan meals, then you can put them all together in one order and they will be delivered direct to your door. Just go onto the app, it couldn't be more simple. You pick your favourite recipes, everything comes pre-portioned, you've got fresh ingredients, there's no worry about weighing or measuring anything, so it's really time saving, and there's also no food waste. So in your box you will get a bag with all your ingredients. Everything that is fresh will come chilled. You also get your recipe cards. The recipe cards are actually brilliant because they have all your macros along the bottom, so if you are counting your carbs, your protein, your fat, your calories, everything is labelled really clearly. On the other side of every card you will get step-by-step instructions. It tells you exactly which ingredients to put in at which time, and it even gives you visuals so you know exactly what your food is supposed to turn out like. We decided to go for the Harissa pork meatballs, and this has got a Harissa yogurt dressing and feta, which are some of my absolute favourite things. I love using Harissa in my cooking and I also love feta cheese. So I have got an exclusive discount code. I will leave that on the screen now and I will also leave it linked in the description box. So go and click on that link and you can get 40% off your first box and 20% off your further 3 boxes. So it's a huge discount. It's really worth trying out. Definitely something for everyone. The boys have really enjoyed helping me pick which recipes we're going to be making as well, so the whole family can get involved. It just takes the stress out of meal planning and cooking. So if this sounds like something you're interested in and you want to incorporate more healthy eating into your life but do it in your own way, then definitely check out Green Chef. The link is in the description box along with any other details you might need. And thank you to Green Chef for sponsoring this section of the video. So for tonight's dinner I've made a Mayflower chicken curry. I had the chicken already cooked and it was just seasoned in some tikka seasoning. So I sliced that up, made up the sauce, popped in some frozen peas and some mushrooms, and then just boiled some rice. So a really quick and easy one for tonight. So tonight I have made Scotch eggs again. Surprise, surprise, seems to be a theme on this channel. But I didn't have any pork mince, so I used 2 chicken burgers and let them defrost and then mix those with some seasonings. So in them I've put some fresh basil and some fresh chives, some salt and pepper, some chilli, and then we're just having it with salad, but we'd actually run out of breadcrumbs as well, so these aren't really Scotch eggs at all. So I crushed up some salt and vinegar rice cakes, and this is what they came out like. I mean, we haven't tasted them yet, but I figured it would just be something crispy on the top. So we've got salt and vinegar rice cake, chicken burger, Scotch eggs with homegrown herbs, and obviously having them with salad like we always do. And these have come out really nice and soft. The yolks are really runny as well, which is really good, and I don't normally manage that. So yeah, this is what's for dinner. I'll let you know. I'll pop it up on the screen what we think. So for this next recipe, I'm going to make a dish that I used to make all the time when I was younger, about 17, 18, because it's really cheap, really quick and easy, and it also tastes really good. So it's kind of like a mince curry. Bear with me, it's better than it sounds. So what I've got is a tin of peeled plum tomatoes. You could just use the value ones. These are just what I had in the cupboard. I'm going to use some medium curry powder. We've got 1 red onion, about 150 grams of frozen peas. I've got 1 stock cube. I'm using chicken, but you could use beef if you wanted. I've got 300 grams of rice and 400 grams of minced beef. The first thing I'm going to do is get my rice on to boil and chop my onion. So if you've followed me for a while, you'll know I used to really struggle to cook rice, and all I do now is buy the Easy Cook rice. So this is just long grain white rice, and I just put the amount I want straight into cold water. And then in this one I've obviously added some turmeric in there to colour it. I add about a teaspoon of salt. I make sure the rice is completely covered, probably about 3 times the amount of water to rice, and then I just bring it to the boil, turn it down to a simmer, and then it takes about 18 minutes, and I don't put a lid on, stir it occasionally, and then at the end I just pop it in the colander, and it comes out perfect every time now. I don't know why I spent so many years struggling. So while that's doing, I've put some spray oil into my pan, which is heating up, and I'm just going to add my chopped red onion. So I'm going to cook this for about 5 to 7 minutes, then I'm going to add in my mint. So now our onions have started to change colour slightly. I'm just going to add in my mint, and I'm also going to add 2 tablespoons of medium curry powder. I'm just going to stir that through, and then we're going to let the mince and the onions brown together a bit more. So I'm just going to make up my stock cube with about a cupful of water. It's about 300 ml, so not quite the 400 you'd usually use, but we don't need quite that much. So I'm just going to pop that in and stir that, and then I'm chopping my peeled plum tomatoes with scissors. It's a quick tip. It's just less mess really, because all you've got to do now is wipe off your scissors and you're done. And I don't buy the pre-chopped ones because often those are just the ends of the tomatoes and they're not as good quality. So now my mince is browning nicely. I'm going to add my cupful of stock, my tin of tomatoes, and I'm also going to pop in my peas. So I'm going to bring that to the boil and then turn it down to a bubbling simmer. We're going to leave it 15 to 20 minutes until some of the liquid has reduced, but not all of it. Meanwhile, I've drained my rice. That's fine just to sit there. And as I said before, it's just completely perfect every time now. So I don't know how I messed it up for so many years. So all that's left to do is mix the two together once we've reduced our liquid down a little bit and all the flavours have intensified, and we are done. I'm just going to serve mine with some naan bread. So I've had to transfer my rice into a bigger pan. If you've got a frying pan big enough to do this all in one, then go ahead, but I don't have. So my sauce has reduced down nicely, but we do still have some liquid. You don't want it to be completely dry because you want some sauce for the rice. So what I'm going to do now is transfer the two into the same pan very carefully. So what you want to do now is just give it a taste and season it to your liking. So salt, pepper, and maybe some chili flakes if you prefer a little bit of heat. The curry is only medium, so it may not be spicy enough for your taste. It depends what you like. So I'm going to pop this back on the hob. I'm going to give it 5 to 10 minutes to let it cook a little bit longer. All the flavours combine, and I'm going to pop my naan breads in the toaster because it's not worth putting the oven on just to cook a couple of naan breads. And I will show you it when it is served up. So here we are served up, and I've just heated the naan breads in the toaster. I literally just pop it down once on one side, turn it over, pop it down again, and it comes out nice and crispy. Saves you putting the oven on. And then here is our minced curry. So for tonight's dinner, I'm just going to make some potato salad. So I've boiled some baby potatoes. They look a bit of a funny colour, but that's because I used a load of mint in the water, and sometimes the green sort of rubs off a little bit because the water was like really green. So I've got some potatoes, they taste fine. Spring onions, I'm going to use some light mayo, probably some lime juice, some seasonings, and I'm also going to make kind of like a coleslaw or like a red slaw. So I've got red cabbage, red onion, and some carrots. Also going to use some like light mayo in with that, and then I'm going to do some salad and some chicken on skewers. So the first thing I'm going to do is get chopping all my veg and then start mixing with the seasonings. So here is dinner plated up. We've got our coleslaw. I've just mixed some mayo, bit of lime juice, the same as I did with the potato salad really. It's lighter than light mayo. Salt and pepper. We've got basic salad, lettuce, tomato, cucumber, and a chicken breast that I've done on the grill, which has got some tandoori seasoning on it. And it looks really good. This is what is for tonight's dinner. So for tonight's dinner we've got some of the leftover coleslaw that I made, some salad, and then I've butterflied a chicken breast and I've put some barbecue sauce and some cheese triangles on it. If I go back a bit you can see. And then I put it in the air fryer for about 20 minutes on 200, and it's come out really nice and sticky and crispy. The chicken breast also had some seasoning on, so on the bottom of it had tandoori seasoning, and on the top I put some pizza seasoning, which is like oregano, garlic powder, onion powder, that kind of thing. And this is what is for dinner tonight, and it looks better than it does on camera. So for tonight's dinner I have done the boys a kind of Nando's fakeaway feast thingy. So we've got some stuffed and fried chicken strips, we've got some oven chips which I've put a little bit of all-purpose seasoning on, some grated cheddar, some piri piri rice, and then some wraps under there. They're like the mini wraps. We've also got guacamole and Frank's Red Hot sauce if anyone wants to add any, and they've got like little buckets to put that in. But this is what is for dinner tonight.
Did you make it? Did you break free? Did you manage to be who you wanna be? Maybe somewhere you think about me too.